Today at the Institute of Archaeology in Belmopan, the governments of Belize and the United States signed a Memorandum of Understanding, a cultural property agreement on import restrictions on archaeological material from Belize. Both governments commit to fight against the looting and trafficking of cultural objects. Acting Chargé d'Affaires Deborah Lingwood says that the renewed agreement for another 5 years would allow for stolen items to be resent to its country of origin.
What we like to do is work with the country to prevent them from being stolen in the first place. So a lot of what we're doing in Belize is education, both of law enforcement but also of communities, so that communities themselves want to protect these artifacts, that they understand the importance of it, that they don't just see them as something they can lead a tourist to steal, but it's something that they want to protect because it's their cultural heritage and it's more value to stay in place.
These continuous support and initiatives are something that we look forward to in moving on in protecting our cultural heritage, in making sure that we are well aware and having our public and the people of Belize and the people of the United States well aware of what is happening within our borders and crossing our borders. This, as we say, is a continuing beginning, if you could use that term. A very important signing for us to make sure that we have the relationship with U.S., do the training with the customs, the border management, so they will be able to identify our artifacts going across our borders. And so the countries that we work with will be able to identify our artifacts that are coming into their countries.
While prevention through education campaigns and trainings is a priority, Lingwood says that the MOU further allows for U.S. to repatriate cultural property to Belize. In fact, today's event saw 11 pieces confiscated during the raid in the U.S., returned and handed over to Dr. Ian Morrison, director of the Institute of Archaeology. Senior cultural property analyst Dr. Andrew Cohen says that they were only able to recover a portion of the looted artifact.
During a cultural property investigation that was conducted by special agents of the United States National Park Service, the following information was discovered. In the year 2000, a United States citizen from California visited Belize, and he went to a number of archaeological sites in search of artifacts. The tourist visited both inland archaeological sites and a cave and a quay in southern Belize. Now, on the quay, the visitor found an archaeological site containing human remains, pottery fragments, and at least one jade bead, along with chipped or flaked stone material. You know, the ancient tools and the bits of stone that were left over from making the stone tools. And the visitor took many of the artifacts back to California with him without the permission of Belize or declaring them on entry into the United States. So this is illicit in 2 countries. And the U.S. citizen made 2 subsequent trips to Belize, the last being in 2007, specifically to revisit the quay and collect anything else that he could find. The visitor smuggled all of the cultural property he found on the 3 trips through the Belize City Airport. Now, special agents from the National Park Service were able to recover only part of the entire collection. And those recovered items are being returned to Belize today.
Duane Moody for News 5.